What's up everybody, my name's Chance, and today we're going to be playing the white-black Eternal Thirst deck. I think it's mostly built around vampires and... Johnny's Pridemate, that's the name. So, looking at the deck real quick, 2 of Johnny's Welcome, 2 Moment of Triumph, 2 Nightmare's Thirst. You guys can read, so I'm just going to scroll down through it. If you want to stop and pause on any of the cards, see what they do, by all means. It's a very good base deck. Like, you can probably get out of bronze with this. But in competitive constructed, I don't know how far you'd actually be able to go in that. I kind of would like to start trying my decks out on competitive constructive. The only problem with that is if I go to 7 wins, then obviously that video would take quite a while. So where's our... And we have actually fallen in rank because I've been messing around with new decks, trying out new combinations, trying to build my own deck actually. And I've looked up a lot of like top decks, like the mono red aggressive, the Golgari mid range, but those cost a lot of your wild cards. So I was trying to build one based around the cards that I have, and it's very difficult. At least for me, like I said, new to Magic, so a little bit overwhelming with the amount of cards. This honestly is not a very good start. Like, sure, we got a good amount of lands, but these cards are nowhere near turn 1, 2, or 3, so... well, apparently this game just doesn't like us today, so... we'll stick with this hand because I'm not going down to 5. And maybe we can get a swamp. So the guy's taking quite a while to decide if he wants his hand as well. Yeah, I've been reading a lot more on cards, and the more that I realize there are and the more combinations in which I see them, the more difficult it becomes to actually figure out what kind of deck I want. I thought I wanted a Merfolk deck, turns out not really. Like, it's strong. There's the swamp we wanted. It's strong early, like low level people, not advanced players, I guess. But as I've learned, the better people are, usually they know the strategy the first second you play a Merfolk, and then it's all downhill from there. Skymarch Bloodletter, it's okay. 3 for a 2/2 flying, and I mean the target loses 1 life, you gain 1 life is literally a non-existent advantage unless like you have healing as some additional effect, like a Johnny's Pridemate. Past that, I don't think the effect is worth the extra cost, but nonetheless, he's gonna actually spend a murder just to kill it. Wow. Okay, we'll go ahead and play our Sanctuary because we don't really have anything too over encumbersome for mana that we needed to spend this turn anyways. And he's only got 4 swamps out. I wonder if he's playing the mono black deck, like the first one it gives you, or maybe even a custom. Or he's playing the white black deck and just hasn't drawn anything. Let's see. See if we can bait him into killing himself. He'll just block it. No? Alright. Well, yeah, he might be playing the same deck and just hasn't drawn any planes. Although that's unlikely, right? 5 of the same land and never drawing one of the other. Open the graves. Yeah, that's not in this deck. Although I gotta say that is annoying. Him getting it out this early. What do we have in this deck? Do we have something to take that away? Ooh. Johnny's Pride Mate really good. See if we can't convince him to kill himself this turn. Indeed. And that'll get an extra buff for our Johnny, so he can already take down the zombie that will come from this. And we're definitely not using our murder on a zombie. Unless it's just like rough times or extremely good times and I've just got a board full of creatures and he's only got one zombie, then I might, but... Oops, sorry. Forget I can't tap on my desk too much, otherwise it shakes the whole camera. Strangling Spores. Yeah, this is either the mono black deck or one he created. That's unfortunate because Pride Mate is really good if you can get it out. Wow. Another. Whew, you guys will have to excuse me. Another Skymarch Bloodletter. We got a good gap in between our healths right now. If he is running the mono black deck, then that means he won't have any life. Like healing cards. Okay, I lied. Vampire Sovereign. But he can't attack with Vampire Sovereign because I'll trade. But it also means I can't trade a Bloodletter for a zombie because then I won't be able to take care of his Sovereign. Of course, I could just murder it. Guess I didn't really think about that one either. So kill him with that and then murder that. It'll at least clear a board for us if we don't get any other kind of play. Okay, we can actually do both, so... Now we're right back where we started. Only now the health gap is nowhere near the same. Went from an 8 to a 4. I'm waiting to see what kind of cards he has, because he has a handful of cards. 5 swamps down, and somehow it's still taking this long. I gotta be quite honest, this hasn't been the best draw of cards either. Target creature from a graveyard into the battlefield under your control. That creature is... Okay, so he just restored. Oh, man. This game's not looking good for us. So far we've only drawn lands and mediocre cards that have no relevancy to each other. That is one thing with this deck, is you sort of have to have a base in order to do well with it. Like, you can't just throw out any one card and it do alright. None of them are too great by themselves. And it's very clashing. Like, the Ajani's works with the vampires, but only situationally, if that makes sense, because not all the vampires give you lifelink. Some of them just give you 1 point, which is fine, but like a 3/3 creature is not hard to destroy, considering there's lightning strike. Yeah, I think we lost this one. He's gonna deal 5 damage to us. We do still have Johnny's out, so I'm waiting to see if we can pull it back before just conceding, but very, very unlikely. Oh, yeah, but what I was saying, this deck's very clashing, and it doesn't seem to need a Johnny's, the Welcome or a Johnny's Pridemate. Honestly, every upgrade I've seen of the black-white deck, they just focus on vampires and getting, who's the vampire general? What is his name? Nonetheless, getting him out and then stacking basically vampire tokens with, the feast and all that. Oh, maybe he's got a zombie deck going. Okay. That's gonna be game. It's unfortunate, I know, but we'll move on to the next one. Again, all these starter decks do have aspects, severe aspects of weakness that can be exploited. But it's also just sort of a factor on who you get put up against and what cards you draw, which is why if you're testing a deck, you don't just want to play one game with it and lose and say, wow, it sucks. You know, you got to play three games, 4 games, 5 games, you know, set up some kind of system on how you want to test each deck that you're testing, and then tweak it after each one. You got to run like specifics, you know, the factors are very different. So Legion Lieutenant, that's who I was thinking of. This looks like a much better starting hand. Okay. And we got 3 mana, so yeah, maybe we can do something a little bit better with this. I think you want to play a Johnny's before Legion in this situation. Johnny's is alright, but it's only singularly good. Legion will make all of our vampires stronger, so I think he has stronger value to not be destroyed, if that makes sense. There's our Johnny's Welcome too, wow. Now I guess it's just a matter of if we can stack him or not. What kind of deck is he running? Mono red, maybe? He could be running a mono aggro red and have the Diamond Mare as backup against other monos. Although honestly, if he's running a mono red, he probably would have shocked our Legion Lieutenant. So maybe not. Sometimes I think I overthink. Whatever. She'll go with the Legion Lieutenant and the Johnny's Pridemate. I was thinking about just contempting the Diamond Mare, but he hasn't shown any usefulness out of it thus far, so probably just gonna wait. Four damage whenever. Even if I play it, he'll only go up to a 4/4 and he'll still die before that effect takes. I guess I'll just use Nightmare's Thirst to kill off the Diamond Mare so he can't heal back up. If he is running mono red, I definitely want to try and destroy him before he gets too deep into those spells. But honestly, maybe he's just got a bad draw. Not quite sure. Yeah, I'll take 5 damage. Still above 20. Get rid of his dragon, and he's already at half health, so it's looking good. The only thing that is kind of scaring me is we only have a contempt in hand, which is good for clearing one monster, but if we don't start drawing better draws, he'll soon be able to deal with our monsters. Alright. He's got to do something this turn, otherwise we literally just beat him with, what, three cards? Basically 4. I don't even know if our Ajani's got to attack anything. Actually, I think I have it next turn. He'll more than likely, yeah, block my cleric, still deal 2 damage. Next turn, as long as one of these two can attack, or if I can get out a third creature. If he gets out a second one, this is difficult to foresee. Although that's kind of scary. Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield, create another dragon. That's no bueno. That's really no bueno. Alright, well, now I guess is the time he gets to attack us for health. Like I said, we were going to run out, he was going to catch back up. But thankfully he's within killing distance if we can kill one of his creatures, tap one of his creatures. I don't think the white-black deck has any cards that tapped, but...
No sword can pierce my scales. Volus told me I should do this.
I don't know. He's probably deciding which one he wants to kill. You usually don't hover like that unless that's what you're after. Although, of course, if he attacks me, it also means that I can attack him. Unless he's got a counter spell up underneath there. Okay. Alright. Nice. So, our soldier will live, his prospector will die, his phoenix will die. Phoenix is back, and it'll be back next turn. Yep. That's unfortunate. But, again, if he attacks with either one of them this turn, then next turn we have him. Unless he fucking plays another monster. It's not good. We can't keep this up for too long.
I will call the dragons.
Alright, I think I'm going to call this game. I don't see us coming back from this. As sad as that is. Alright, we'll go on to our third one. See if we can't pick up a win. I swear this deck's not as bad as what I'm making it seem. And yeah, I probably could have played that last one out. Might have got like just the perfect card to kill him. But chances are I would have had to draw like 2 blood marches without him healing himself any. Or... yeah, I can't think of any other card in that deck that does direct damage to your enemy. Well, let's see. 1, yeah, that's not happening. Mulligan that. Can't afford that. Also not that great of a card. We really need some land cards to get us started out here. Does he have shock? Either has shock or he can play a monster or something. Either way, I don't feel too confident in my Johnny living for very long. Alright, well. Okay. I was thinking about waiting and using Moment of Triumph whenever I summon to Johnny's Progeny as well, because I know he's probably going to shock it as soon as it gets down on the board. And that would sort of counter it and give me life and give a counter on him. But we have a swamp in hand, we only have 1 plains on the board. So, now here comes the shock. Yeah. Sometimes it surprises me how long it takes for an opponent to make the decision that I already know that they're going to make, if that makes sense. And there's the other planes we needed. Great, so I could have actually waited a turn, got them out. And it would have been able to deal with this shit. Oh well. But that is definitely the play I should have made, is just waited to see if I got the planes, which I did. Play to Johnny's with Moment of Triumph, because as soon as he would have played his shock, I would have played my Triumph on top of his shock, which means he would have got the health before having lost it. Not gonna block that. But on the flip side, I have War Leader out now, which only means, I guess, if I would have had Pride Mate out, it would have been that much better. But next turn, I can use Moment of Triumph to maybe bait his Ogre into attacking us. Or he's just gonna wipe it off the board with Spit Flame. God damn it, I love red decks. crazy thing is he hasn't even done anything like great this game, if that makes sense. Nothing spectacular or even mildly impressive. 2 spells and having down 2 creatures. See, they're both gonna die this turn. Ooh, no, wait, actually. There we go. He'll go up to what, a 3/3 after that? Unless he has another shock. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna need some lifelink and soon. This game's getting real short. Honestly, you could just lightning strike and shock me. I think shock you can deal to anybody, yeah? To any target, yeah. This game fucking hates me. You gotta see how many lands I draw, and I know there's a lot of lands in these base decks, but god damn. Alright, yeah, we'll call that game. Decline. Oh, I didn't even get to tell him good game. Yeah, there you guys go, though. Son of a bitch, that probably was the starting red deck. 'Cause he's not even ranked yet, so I don't really see him being able to create a mono red past having the standard one. Alrighty. There you guys go, though. 0 for 3 with the Eternal Thirst as well. Not really coming up too great on the draws. A lot of those games I had shitty hands and shitty draws in the games. But also, if you take a look at the lands, you got what, 25 lands in here? That's ridiculous. 42% of your deck is a land. And that, I don't believe, should ever be the case. Unless you just got some fucking swinging ass monsters. Nonetheless, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below or comment if you have questions about anything. And subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you guys tomorrow.